I asked for some tea and y'all gave me a swimming pool full of it. So let's read your unpopular opinions, shall we? Number 1, I hate Blackpink.
Call the police. We need to call the
I don't know how to respond to this. Like, what have they done to you for you to hate them? Stolen your children? Killed your dog? Please sort out your priorities, girl. Number 2, Blackpink's Dumdarum was the best comeback of 2020. Not even gonna lie, I listened to this song 24/7 every day for a solid 2 months after it was released. It was genuinely an amazing comeback and I would have said it was the best, had it not been for Naughty by Irene and Soolji. This is easily my second favorite. I think Jin is only the 6th best looking member in BTS. I don't think he's ugly, he's just not my type. Jin is considered the most handsome member in BTS because he fits the Korean standard perfectly. In my opinion, he really is extremely good looking, but I guess it all comes down to personal preference. Thank God you added I don't think he's ugly in that opinion, because I'm sure armies would have crucified you if you hadn't. Knock Knock is Twice's best song and Fancy is one of their worst. Look, if y'all like Knock Knock, there's something wrong with you. And Fancy, I'll admit it was an iconic bop, but I feel like people overhype it way too much. Like, it's good, but it's not as amazing as y'all think it is. Please don't come for me, all you Fancy enthusiasts. This is the whole opinion, so pause if you want to read it, but I'm gonna just edit it down. A majority of Blinks think Jisoo is being mistreated all the time and it annoys me a lot. Take for example the line distribution. They always complain that Jisoo is last, but she has 20+ seconds in every song. In other groups some members usually get only 5 or 10 seconds of lines every comeback. In the How You Like That posters, Jisoo was the only one with her natural hair color while all the others had colorful hair, and Blink said that they stand out more than her. Jisoo also didn't get to say Blackpink in your area this comeback, but I don't think it's that important, tbh. Rose had said it previously only in Boombayah. Phew, this was a long opinion. I do agree that sometimes the quote-unquote mistreatment of Jisoo is not really valid. Look, at the end of the day, she's a Blackpink member, and is one of the most powerful, beautiful, rich and famous idol on this planet, and her mistreatment isn't that harsh compared to idols from smaller groups and companies or idols in larger groups that get no lines. But I also think that she's treated unfairly by YG. Honestly, all the BP girls are. Number 6. Just because a company is not in the big 3, plus big hit, doesn't mean it's small. Same for groups. Just because they are not as popular as BTS, EXO or Twice, doesn't mean they are underrated. Say it louder for the people at the back, Queen. I totally agree with this one. Y'all be like, OMG, X group is so underrated, y'all need to stan them. But then that same group sells like 1 million albums? Black Swan is greater than Boy With Love and Boy With Love is greater than On. Okay, so for me, I really liked On, but more as a performance song and not an actual song I could just listen to. Black Swan is a song I can listen to regardless of whether I'm watching a performance for it or not. So I would say that I would put it higher than On and Boy With Love. Don't get me started on Boy With Love. It was a nice, happy song, but I expected a whole lot more from BTS. It wasn't groundbreaking or anything, and I certainly don't despise it, but like everyone forgot about it after a year. Number 8. Half the fans of K-pop are going to unstan when BTS, Blackpink, Twice, or Red Velvet disband. This one is so true. I feel like once these groups disband, K-pop is sure to die down a bit. I know that realistically, a lot of younger groups like ITZY or the new SM girl group are there to keep the hype up. But how many of you would genuinely follow K-pop as intently once the main groups you stan disband? Pause to read this full opinion. Number 9. Groups like Red Velvet, EXO, Twice, and other groups that have weak rappers, are actually some of the best rappers of this generation. You don't have to have hard-hitting rap to be considered good. I kind of agree with this one. I love softer rap as much as hard-hitting rap, and I listen to both when I'm in different moods. It's sad that Irene, Chanyeol, or Chaeyoung don't get the respect they deserve, but I personally would not call them the best rappers of this generation. Some of us fans are forgetting that we come before K-pop. It's just music. Your well-being is more important. Please take care of yourselves. This opinion made me really aware of how some K-pop fans' lives revolve around K-pop. It's not healthy to be streaming 24/7 for your faves or using all your time to fight on Twitter about why your faves are right. Your mental health will definitely go down the drain if you continue stuff like this, so please be careful. K-pop is supposed to be fun and entertaining, and it should not take over your whole life. I've been thinking about this a lot, so tell me if I should make a video about this topic. Number 11. I want BP to do more songs like Stay. I agree with this opinion, but I know for a fact it's never gonna happen. YG now knows that their badass and girl crush songs are what's making them money, so why invest in a slower song which is sure to get lower streams or sales? I love Stay and I wish Blackpink had the freedom to sing the songs they wanted to, but we know that ain't gonna happen. Number 12. The member with the best stage presence should be the center of a group, not just the member who is the prettiest. I totally agree with this, and I think JYP does too. In Twice's case, Nayeon is not considered the prettiest member, but is the most memorable, and that's why she's the center. Although there are some new gen groups that don't necessarily follow this rule. Cough I zone cough. Most K-pop stans don't care about cultural appropriation and just want to cancel someone to cancel them. This is so true and it makes me so mad. Stans getting suddenly fake woke about different cultures when they need to cancel an idol they don't like, but suddenly their faves are only appreciating the culture because they don't know any better and don't deserve to be called out. Stans use cultural appropriation to their advantage only when they have a use for it, but completely disrespect it when they don't. Period.